And now, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rimes.
All right, welcome to the show. Thanks for spending time with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. As you know, we're powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, always helping you in your real estate deals, buying, selling, investing, refinancing. And we've got a happy hour coming up. We're going to let you know about that. You are invited. Our audience is invited to our monthly gratitude parties. We're starting that back up here with the new year. And we've got some headlines to talk about. Also, Shane Faunce joining us in studio, Tampa Yacht Sales Incorporated, friend of the program right here in Tampa Bay. Shane, give us a little teaser of what we're going to talk about today, man.
Yeah, I understand we're going to try and run down some of the updates, what's gone on in the first month as far as the boating and yachting market. We've seen a pretty nice increase so far this year, and I think we're going to touch on some things in your real estate business as far as what's going on with foreclosures and how the market's shaking out for you guys.
It's interesting. Yeah, Florida's tops on the list with foreclosure activity, so we'll dive into that. There's some positive news, too, in the Pinellas County. Friend of the program here, the county property appraiser, Pinellas County property appraiser Mike Twitty, just announced that he has a new bill that they're putting forth that is a disclosure of estimated ad valorem taxes. So that's going to help people zero in better on what their monthly payment's going to be. So that's an interesting topic. Another crazy thing from overseas happening again. You've got a Irish comedian, or actually a comedy writer, that was arrested for inciting violence through a social media post relating, of course, to transgender issues, a.k.a. mental health illnesses that they're wanting to normalize these days. So we'll talk about that story and more. Also, we got to touch on Florida Doge, $1.97 billion of wasteful and excessive spending uncovered by Florida CFO Blaise Ingoglia. So we'll talk about that as well here on today's program. Before we do, a couple of hot listings here. We always like to feature our properties on air and maximize the exposure for our sellers, helping our sellers that list with us maximize the exposure and sell faster for more money with less headaches. We got a beautiful property here in Dunedin, Florida. This one's 2488 Del Rio Way. Beautiful Dunedin, Florida property here. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-car garage. Over 1,400 square feet. It's completely remodeled to perfection inside and out. You've got impact-rated windows, all new kitchen, quartz countertops, white shaker cabinetry, stainless steel appliances, farm sink, breakfast bar and nook. Even the windows are updated here. Beautiful backyard, fenced-in backyard. A nice sizable laundry room there as well with lots of storage. 2488 Del Rio Way in Dunedin, Florida. Open house is going on there as well. If you want to stop by and check it out, beautiful Dunedin, Florida, right here in Tampa Bay. Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We sticking with Palm Harbor here, Pinellas County area. We'll go to 369 West Winds Drive, take you over there, close to the waterway. You got access to the Gulf here. This is a boaters community this one's a 322, 1414 square feet, completely renovated throughout, and this has a beautiful large island kitchen there. The floors look great, wood flooring. You've got nice curb appeal there. 369 West Winds Drive, Palm Harbor, Florida. And this is a boater-friendly community. Shane, have you heard of this little community back in here?
No, where is it?
Yeah, it's Baywood Village, kind of back there, almost like Tarpon Springs area. You're kind of on the border of Tarpon Springs. But this is you've got your own private boat ramp. You back your boat down. You're out in the Gulf of America catching some snooks.
That's
and
fantastic.
grouper. Yeah, it's going to be a good time for anybody that wants to buy that, and especially if you got kids. You get your kids out there on the weekends, get them out on the boat, enjoy that Florida lifestyle to the fullest, and take them fishing, man. Take your kids fishing, because then you don't have to go chasing them later in life when you have problem. Fishing and golfing seem like a couple good ones for my kids.
Absolutely. Get them outside, get them off the computer and the iPad.
That's right, man. There's more and more stuff happening. Man, I watched a couple of these documentaries. It scares you. Sexploitation happening on these video games.
Roblox, they're talking about
Roblox,
that.
yeah.
Yep.
Man, it's crazy. People coming through the computer. You never know. You send your kid to bed at night, and then there's people coming in through a trap door, essentially. And, man, a lot of bad stuff can happen. So the rule should be no phones in the rooms after 10 o'clock or whatever when you go to bed. That's it. Leave the phone downstairs with daddy.
Really I would say the best advice I could give having a 12 and a 14-year-old, man, wait until they're teenagers and wait as long as you can to give them a phone, because there's honestly nothing good that comes from it, especially for girls. Like the whole image comparison, it's terrible, man. It really is.
There was a kid that killed herself right here at Eastlake School back when my daughter was in school over there, and it's terrible because it's undue, unnecessary, extra. Like you say, self-critique. These people are going through, these young kids at a time when they're already, going through these crazy changes.
Oh my gosh!
And these people, this is a business too. The one I watched, it's on SalemNow.com. By the way, I talk a lot about SalemNow.com. Really good at programming on there. We had Kevin Sorbo on the show, our friend Andrew. They have that one on there called Prescription to Kill, talking about the pharmaceutical. But this one was called Sexploitation. Father told a story about his son. His son, exactly what we were describing. Perfect all-American kid, high school football player, 16 years old, came into contact with what he thought was a good-looking girl. I'll send you a pic. Will you send me a pic? I think it was within 26 minutes into the conversation, they convinced him that, hey, we've got your picture now. You better give us money. He shot himself in the middle of the night. First night that it happened. So the kid's dead due to, and this is a business. These are people over in Africa, probably Somalia, with the old Ilhan Omar's friends and those scammers out there, and they're doing this to our children in America, coming through the phones, through the internet. So it's pretty crazy.
You really do have to educate and protect your children.
You do.
There's a lot of bad people out there.
Absolutely. All right, so you can see all of our listings online, platinummvpteam.kw.com, and you can see all of our radio and TV show expert contributors at consumerqb.com.
And I'm raising my glass to those saving our ass overseas.
All right, we got Shane Faunce in studio with us. Tampa Yacht Sales. You can see his inventory online too, right? The
Absolutely.
website.
TampaYachtSales.com. We've got over 45 listings, and the MLS, which would be the multiple listing service, is available. We've got about 6,800 boats, which we can help our clients purchase, be the resource to them to make sure it's the right boat, help them, educate them on where they're going and how to be successful in their yacht purchase.
Yeah, buying or selling. So
Absolutely.
The list side, the buy side, and providing that advice. And a lot of our businesses are very similar. One of the biggest misconceptions in real estate is, if I find a realtor that'll value my home for more money, that's going to be a better deal. Well, what happens is the property sits on the market, right? So there's these realtors that will go out with this. It's a despicable practice that we call buying a listing. Tell them what they want to hear.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I believe with you. I think your house is worth more. And I've seen it happen over my career. I tell people the hard truth. It's like, this is not the market for that. And you're going to make the best impression those first 14 days. And once those first 14 days go by, if you play that game of bringing it down over time, you're going to end up paying the price in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I saw a reel from one of my real estate friends today, and they had gone on a listing appointment, didn't get it, but the house sold for exactly what they said it was going to sell for after 5 price reductions, and it took that much longer to sell.
Yeah.
Time is money, and I tell people, I met with a guy yesterday. He's an old neighbor of mine in Apollo Beach, and he's got a great boat, very sellable, 27 game fish, and he's looking to downsize some of his expenses. Son's going to be going to Yale. I mean, all the stuff makes sense of what he wants to do, but I said, really, I mean, for what you owe on the boat and what you're selling, if you still want to be a boater, I said, you should probably keep the boat. I said, if it changes, I said, because he still owed some money. It'd be like selling a house that, I still want the house. It's what I want. It's like it didn't make sense to transact. I said, love to help you sell it. I know I can, but I think you're better off keeping it. And he's like, I'll get back with you in a year. And that's, we try and give people good advice of, not just today, right now, but where are they going to be in 3 to 5 years with their boating career? Because things change, and we're here to help people. If they need to get rid of the boat, get rid of the overhead, hey, we'll shoot them straight, get the boat sold. I mean, we did 5 deals in January, so things are moving.
Yeah, that's good. That's good news, man. Yeah, I love the Florida market. I came across this company, too, recently that has airboats. They've got airboats fishing up there in the Weeki Wachee area.
Very popular up there.
Yeah.
You got a lot of the, areas where it's shallow. The only place you can get there would be an airboat.
That's what they were telling me about. So I'm trying to line something up to have them take me fishing, take my little boy out there.
Take your boys. That'll be a fun time.
And those fish, they got to be hungry.
Yes, they are. It's
they're
like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited about that. And we just recently had here in Tampa Bay the St. Pete Boat Show.
Yes.
So I want to get your reaction to that. Shane Faunce, by the way, is that voice you're listening to, Tampa Yacht Sales. I'm your host, Brandon Rimes. How'd that go overall?
So I was walking the show with some clients. I had a couple of friends of mine that had boats in the show. The overwhelming response was, hey, buyers were out. Unfortunately, the first day and the last day were pretty windy and not great weather. But from all the dealers I talked with, is the buyers are out. They were looking to make moves, and nobody's sitting on their hands. They're looking to enjoy 2026, and now's the time to make your purchase. Get ready for the spring.
Yeah, exactly. You have a lot of positive things happening in the economy. It seems, every day there's just stuff in the headlines. Trump recently launched a $12 billion Project Vault, quote unquote, critical mineral stockpile. I mean, there's probably, some of those things utilized to manufacture boats and all the GPS and the Garmins and
that's it.
Oh, that's important.
A lot of it goes in batteries. I mean, there's all those rare earths. All that stuff's important. I think. Listen, a lot of people want to hate on Trump, and the Democrats are definitely whatever he says. If he said, "Hey, the sun is shining," they would be upset. They absolutely do not want him to be successful, which is crazy because we're all in the same United States. Like, let's be successful. Let's get rid of some of the waste. Let's cut some of this fat. Let's make things more efficient. Makes sense, but that's not
crazy.
Not really what government's an interesting thing for
Politics
sure.
have just gotten so much more polarized over since the 80s and 90s to now, and it's just ridiculous. Like when you have this voter ID, they're trying to claim that it's some kind of. Matter of fact, since it came up, I got a clip I got to play. This is one of the congressmen from Texas. I believe his name is Wesley Hunt. Check this out.
Wesley Hunt ended the voter ID debate in just a few seconds.
Sitting with me today is my global entry card, my military ID card, my Texas driver's license, my Texas license to carry, because that's how we roll in Texas, my congressional card, and of course, the good old-fashioned American passport. What sorcery is this? What am I, the Black Houdini? How was I able to pull off the impossible and attain not one, not two, not three, but 6 government-issue IDs? Personal responsibility in this country.
But there's just no argument for the other side, but you still have Hakeem Jeffries and the other guy, up there talking how this is Jim Crow 2.0. Explain to me how that's Jim Crow 2.0 there.
I don't know where they come up with their statistics saying that someone cannot get a driver's license or a form of ID or a birth certificate. I mean, we're not talking about rocket science here. I mean, they're it's sad that that's the hill they're going to die on, but
it is.
There's some good things coming. Let's hope they can get some of these things done.
Yeah, I'm optimistic about things happening in Tampa Bay and in Florida and throughout the country. I mean, just over the weekend, too, I was reading this. This is a story here. It says Century Aluminum to construct plants in Oklahoma. It's the largest plant that's been constructed in 45 years, aluminum production in the United States. I mean, there's story after story. I think it's 31 groundbreakings on major steel and aluminum and auto manufacturing. We had Mike Murphy on the show, our auto industry expert, and he was saying Hyundai invested something like $8.6 billion in a I think it was in Arkansas or Mississippi, somewhere there. But there's a lot of things. Have you heard any kind of manufacturing of boats?
As far as expansion in boating, I haven't heard of any major expansion of any facilities, but definitely people are right-sized. I would say about 3 years ago, after the COVID craze, a lot of manufacturers definitely started cutting back because they saw where the demand was going. I mean, I remember sitting in a seminar, guy from Wells Fargo was talking about the floor plan. So new dealers and how many millions of dollars they have in boats. They had about 18 months worth of inventory sitting on their lots. And this is about 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
If they didn't sell down through that, it leads to compressed margins, excess overhead due to floor plan costs, which would be your interest cost. And I stay in pretty good touch with people that are new boat dealers. It's managing that inventory and getting it right-sized. Dealers have done a good job with it, but also the manufacturers have cut back how many boats they're actually building.
Right. Yeah. You gotta kind of make sure
you're right-sized for what the economy's doing right now.
Exactly.
COVID was a blip is the best way I can describe it. 23 years of selling boats. Hey, it was good and bad. Yes, it was busy. There were a lot of boats sold, but it wasn't necessarily a great thing for our industry. And I don't know if it was great for real estate either because the price of houses pretty much doubled.
Yeah, you get a lot more transactions, but anytime you had this mass migration, it's just It's not normal. It's not.
Correct.
People were being forced to stick something in their body that they didn't want to, and they were being fired from their jobs, told to stay at home, told they're non-essential. And so, anyways, we don't have to relive that horrific time that was perpetuated by the global elites. We'll just leave it at that. But we're going to take a quick break. Come back with Shane Faunce here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Tampa yacht sales. If you're buying a boat, a yacht, this is your expert, your go-to guy right here in Tampa Bay. You can find him online, Tampa Yacht Sales. And we'll be right back here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Did you know that we buy houses cash? We can close quickly for a all-cash offer on your real estate properties, residential, commercial, even vacant land. We'll buy your property cash. No cleaning, no showings, and no hassles. You can even possibly stay in your home post-closing. Call Brandon at 813-917-1894. Submit the email at consumerqb.com or call 813-917-1894, consumerqb.com. We buy houses cash and fast. Attention business owners, did you know we have 100% financing options available? Our no money down program offers 100% financing for business owners. If you are currently leasing your commercial space, you can purchase real estate for no money down. Additionally, the program offers money for working capital, equipment, and business fixtures. You can even pay off current business debt. Reach out at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. BRimes at kw.com. And that is our 100% financing, no money down program for business owners. We would love to help you buying, selling, or investing in real estate. 813-917-1894. BRimes at kw.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, the official Pinellas County restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Say hello to Doug Clark, chef and owner Doug Clark, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Excellent food, wonderful ambiance. Say hello to our friend Doug Clark. If you're facing an insurance claim, don't just trust the insurance company to have your best interests at heart. This is Brandon Rimes, Consumer Quarterback Show. Reach out to rightwaypa.com, our friend Derek Coble at rightwaypa.com.
Dennis Prager here for Brandon and Lindsay Rimes, owners of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams. Buying, selling, investing in real estate, their nationwide Keller Williams network makes them the best team to work with. Sellers, have your property featured live on air, creating multiple offers. Buyers, leverage a unique system that gets your offer accepted, never overlooked. Call or text 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550, or consumerqb.com.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, we got a hot new listing here at 14135 Cypress Circle. This one is a gorgeous property. It's 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, 1,308 square feet. You have a awesome community here. This is Cypress Clusters at Carrollwood Village, one of the hottest areas in Tampa Bay. Everybody loves Carrollwood. If you're a Tampa native, you know what I'm talking about. Stainless steel appliances, shaker-style cabinets, elegant tray ceilings, beautiful home right here at 14135 Cypress Circle. Community pool, lots of beautiful updates and upgrades done recently. 14135 Cypress Circle in Tampa. Beautiful condo that we have for sale right there in the heart of Tampa Bay, right there in Carrollwood. Just a gorgeous property here in beautiful Tampa, Florida. We also have a listing at 10248 Carlo Way, Hills Drive. This one's in Waimama. So we cover a 5-county area primarily around Tampa. So this is down south here, Waimama, Florida. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, 1,451 square feet. This one has an open air design, high ceilings, tile flooring throughout the main living areas. Kitchen is equipped with warm and wood cabinetry. Sleek black appliances, convenient breakfast bar island as well. Beautiful property right here in Hillsborough County. And you can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And you can see our radio and TV show experts at consumerqb.com.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
And we forgot to mention our gratitude party coming up. We're going to be over at the Crown and Bull on Thursday, February 19th. Shane, were you able to make it to our last one? Trying to remember.
I did not make it to the last one.
Okay. Well, we got to get you over to this one maybe.
We will definitely.
Maybe send some reps from your team or whatever. But, we have networking. It's great networking. We got food provided by the location there. Dion Falzoni's the owner of Crown and Bull. It's going to be right there on Dunedin. And we have a first drink provided by D-Rock. He's the home warranty rep, First American Home Warranty, Dominic Rock. Providing the first drink for everybody that comes out. So join us. We'd love to see you there. And, Shane, so what else are you seeing out there, man? What's new in your world? Buyer tips, seller tips?
I would say for buyers right now, it's definitely not a seller's market, but I wouldn't say it's totally slanted towards a buyer's market either. So if you're out there making your purchase, get your 80-20 rule. What are your must-haves? What do you really want in the boat? Make sure it has it. Make sure it has the best most up-to-date service, new batteries, recently serviced, recently detailed. Take some of those deferred maintenance things off of your plate. And I'd say on the selling side, it really goes to the same thing. If we have a buyer and they're looking at two different boats, if you just had it serviced, it's got a fresh detail, new vinyl, all those things are going to help you sell faster and for more money. And when I tell people we're not fighting time, you're like, hey, I'm going to keep the house another year, the boat's not going up in value. Bottom line, it's a depreciating asset. Right. So if we're looking to make a change to the next boat, let's get it priced correctly, in the best shape we can. We're not selling a new boat. It could be 15 years old, but small improvements really allow you to sell quicker and for more money.
Yeah, as long as it's well-kept, good condition, no deferred maintenance, it's like new for somebody else, and they're going to be, they're going to look at the value. They're going to look at the other boats in the area. And we had kind of teased the Tampa foreclosure market. It was one of the highest in 2025. It led the nation. And there was one county particularly, I found this interesting. We were talking about the zombie factor. They call it the zombie factor. Why do they call it that? I guess because it's vacant and they kind of messy inside sometimes. But it says Madeira Beach Seminole area gained national attention in late 2025 for having one of the highest zombie foreclosure rates, abandoned properties, and the country at nearly 35%. So there's abandoned property. Yeah, nearly 35%. And that could have been from the flooding, I would think. I was
going to say there had to be a factor in that.
Yeah, you think so. People, they either don't have enough down pay or money to put towards the initial, what's that called, where you got a deductible. The deductible. Yeah. So you didn't have that, and then they didn't have the money to repair it themselves, so they're kind of in a stuck 22, catch-22 deal. So it's like, let's get out of here. Let's just move back up north with grandma or whatever it is.
I guess if they didn't have any equity, and sometimes that's when people walk away from things.
That's right. Yep, walk away. And by the way, we buy houses cash. If you're in that situation, we'd love to help you and help get some of that transition money, move over to the next place, and help you live there for a little bit, after closing, even in some cases. So we buy houses cash. Final thoughts back to you, Shane Faunce, Tampa Yacht Sales.
I tell you what, anybody has any boating or yachting needs, whether they're buying or selling, or they have a service need, hit us up, find us on the web, or find us on social media, or give us a call. We'd be happy to help you, be a resource, make sure you get pointed in the right direction. Let's get ready for a great boating season, get on the water, have some fun, and create some memories.
Yeah, that's right. It's almost back. It's almost that time.
It's almost there. A little chilly right now and windy.
Yeah, a little windy out there. But, Shane, thanks for coming in, man.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, we have Shane Socash, David Reynolds Jewelry Coin. We're going to talk about the gold-silver market. A lot of volatility in that market as well, coming up with one of our local area business owners. A lot about supporting the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show and all of our expert contributors. We greatly appreciate you calling into the show, supporting the program. Hey, Brandon, I need a referral for an attorney. I need to look at maybe taking out a mortgage. All these different areas, we'd love to help you. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
And we're back. Brandon Rimes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. Coming up, Shane Socash, David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin. We're going to talk with him about that market, the gold, silver market. He's also got some awesome opportunities to visit his location here locally and check out some of his diamonds, check out some of the different jewelry pieces they have there. Also an appraiser. He can appraise your different items that you have, coins and jewelry there as well. Interesting stuff in the news. Also, new $15 million bridge to link Tampa and Clearwater Beach. What pedestrians can expect. So that's a $15.3 million project happening here in the Tampa Bay area as well. We're going to break down also later on in the show. We're going to get into what are some of the key proposed bills and what they do with this whole conversation around eliminating or reducing property taxes. So we'll get into that here later on in the show as well. And before we do, a couple of hot listings here. We like to feature our properties on air and help our sellers sell faster for more money. We've got a beautiful listing at 12948 Twin Bridges Drive in Riverview. This is a gorgeous property. 4 bedrooms, 4 bath, 3-car garage, 3235 square feet, just under quarter-acre lot. This is a oversized paver driveway leading to the front porch, versatile bonus room upstairs, open concept living room featuring a tray ceiling and oversized sliders that open out to a large screen lanai. Gorgeous property in Triple Creek community, 3 community pools, splash pad, 2 clubhouses, fitness centers, playgrounds, tennis and basketball courts, walking trails, and more. Beautiful property there. 12948 Twin Bridges Drive in Riverview, Florida. Another one of our beautiful real estate listings from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Now, if you're thinking about buying some dirt, we got a great opportunity at 6374 Boatyard Drive in Hudson. Beautiful lot. Build your dream home on this corner lot located right at the end of the neighborhood there. You're literally the last lot before the Gulf of America there. You've got 176 feet of brand new concrete seawall and boat ramp that was recently redone. 6374 Boatyard Drive, Hudson, Florida. 0.37 acre lot. Gulf front lot, great opportunity to buy land in a buildable lot right here in Tampa Bay. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com and check out the MLS there. You can search MLS on our website. And you can also see our radio and TV show expert contributors at consumerqb.com.
Sun is shining, the weather is sweet.
All right, we got Shane Socash joining us back on the program. He's the owner of David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin. Welcome back to the show, sir.
Hey, thanks for having me, Brandon.
Absolutely. Yeah, my pleasure. I want to start with a clip on this one. I was listening to another podcast, and they were actually talking about this gold and silver market. Check this out.
Gold and silver, 1 minute, boom, skyrocketing up. Next minute, boom, gold drops to, I think, 4,500. Next minute, boom, back up to 4,900. It is extremely volatile right now. You know, we'll talk about why some of the opinions are, why that's taking place. Even though J.P. Morgan Chase forecast that gold could hit 6,300 by the end of in 2026, despite the sharp fall since the 80s. The crypto holding strategy is unraveling.
Yeah, so the gold market's been a little bit of a roller coaster lately. Shane, have you noticed that?
Did I notice it?
Did you notice?
Our life has been unlike any year before this. It has been absolute madness. It's just been crazy. Since I was last on your show, I mean, all kinds of kooky stuff happens. And, of course, you know, silver going up over $121 an ounce, you know, and today it's back down to $77 an ounce, and all the in-between. The nation's silver refiners are all backlogged, which has created issues with people wanting to sell their silver back to us, which seems to be now with the silver dropping, it seems to be stabilizing again. We're able to buy silver merchandise, but man, things have been just absolute chaos since we last spoke.
Wow, yeah, that's interesting. What causes that? What causes that market to fluctuate so much?
So, there are so many people on YouTube with so many ideas. The paper silver, paper gold market certainly plays an impact. And then all of a sudden the banks realize that they're under, like if people start selling off their paper position, the bank has to cover with more silver than they actually own. And so they're having to buy silver to fill that.
Got it.
That potentially runs the price up. I wish I had a better grasp on why it happens. I suppose I would be out on my yacht not talking to Brandon Rimes if I did understand how it worked exactly. But yeah, it's been something.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, man. You see that fluctuation. And tell us a little bit more about what folks can expect when they go and visit you there at David Reynolds Jewelry Coin. And tell us your location and how and kind of what your day-to-day is there.
Yeah, so corner of 40th and Central. We're kind of a general practitioner. Anything to do with fine jewelry, we take care of, whether it's repairing, making, selling, buying, appraising, anything you can think of that needs to be done with jewelry, we do right here under our roof. People don't realize, we got 16, 17 people here. So we accomplish and do quite a bit. You walk in and come, walk up to the counter and talk to a professional. They'll get you to the right person if they're not the right person.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. And I think in Tampa Bay, it's great to have that local place where you can just walk in and have those conversations, get your items appraised, or maybe if you're thinking about buying, really understand that you're buying from a known source. This is a known entity in Tampa Bay for, what is it now, 50 years or so, Shane?
Yeah, since 1971. The founder of the company, Earl Waters, is one of the partners that founded the company in 1971. His middle name is Reynolds, thus the David Reynolds. He's still here. He's took 10 or 11 years off, and he's back working again. And he loves jewelry and always has, and coins for that matter. So, yep, on Central Avenue since 1971.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you have a local shop right here in Tampa Bay, right in our listening audience, where you can walk in and meet people that are going to shoot you straight. They're going to tell you, the pricing and everything right up front. That's what you're going to see. And because when I look at some of these other places online, or I hear these different stories, there are so many more scams these days. Of course, after the internet and all that, and then text messaging and all these different online places where you're buying, you think you're buying something, but sometimes it's just a certificate that you have that says you own this amount of gold or this amount of silver. So there's all these different scams to be careful of out there. So why not just walk in and visit Shane Socash over at David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin, right there at 40th and Central, right in Pinellas County, and you're right there in St. Petersburg. That way you have a friend in the business down there, Shane, right?
Absolutely. If you pop onto Google, look at our reviews, compare them to the other people in our community, and then my wife just popped up this neighborhood app, and she's like, we dominate there. And I was like, I had no idea. I'd never even looked at it. So it's, we are blessed with the community who find us, seem to love us, and our reviews reflect that wherever you look.
Yeah, that's great. And that's an important thing to have. You have those folks. So give us an example also. People can bring in, if they have like old jewelry, old necklaces, any of those types of things, and they need some cash, or they're just thinking, hey, might as well just get rid of it. I heard gold's a little bit high right now. They bring it in, you guys give them a number, and they're able to transact that day?
Absolutely. So the one thing we find ourselves doing, our team members here, is doing the math twice, because people walk in with what, used to be $2,000 or $3,000, and it's $7,000 now. And you're like, wait, that can't be right. And you got to run through the math again. We're doing that over and over and over all day with gold, today up over $4,800 an ounce. It adds up quick. So you bring in whatever you bring in. You don't have to sort it. Bring in your jewelry box or whatever it is, and we'll separate everything out, give you back the stuff that's costume, and then make you offers on the stuff that is actually gold.
Yeah, that's super awesome. You can check them out online as well. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin online as well. Shop online and come on in and visit them. And yeah, what a great location. St. Pete's doing well, it seems. That's a nice area down there. A lot of people I talk to moving to Tampa Bay, they just love that ability to be able to just go to have a downtown, kind of that walkability scene, and then 15, 20 minutes the other direction. Now you're on the beautiful beaches, the best beaches in the world, in a lot of people's opinion, the sugar sand beaches over there in Clearwater Beach and St. Petersburg Beach, man.
Yeah, and David Reynolds is on Central, almost dead in the center between downtown and the beach. So
perfect location. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool, man. Well, what else is happening? Final thoughts and maybe some nuggets of advice here.
Yeah. So, I think there's still room again. I think silver's a deal again, and I think that we're going to see higher numbers. I'm hopeful for the, what I hear, seems to indicate that. And then some of the liquidity problems we were having a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, the whole industry, not David Reynolds, that seems to be fixing itself. It was just, we had 100 people selling to us for every one person buying, and our industry wasn't really prepared for that at that second. So
kind of like the real estate industry back when everybody was flooding into Florida. Just a crazy time back then, man.
I could see that, sure.
Yeah, people flooding in and running away from those areas that are locking them down, saying, hey, get me to that free state of Florida. I heard Governor DeSantis is down there opening things back up, business is booming, and people have a little bit more common sense down there. So, it sounds like one of those types of markets recently. There's other news happening too, man. Have you heard much about the push to eliminate property taxes? Been kind of listening to that a little bit?
Have heard about it. Yeah, I'm open-minded to the idea, we'll say.
Especially people owning their single-family homes or primary residence. It's well, here's what's happening right now. I'll give you a quick rundown and why property tax reform is big now. So property taxes, of course, are a huge part of your annual expenses, and they're many times rolled into your monthly payment. If you're escrowing, they call it PITI. That's your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So what happens is there's now what we have, and this is the big deal now. Governor DeSantis wants to see one bill that's passed by both houses and put in front of the voters. But right now we've got a kind of a smorgasbord, as they say, with multiple choices here. So key proposed bills. So what they do. So we've got 6 different proposals here. Now, one would be full elimination. This is immediate relief. This is HJR 201. This resolution would amend the Florida Constitution to completely eliminate non-school property taxes for homestead owners if voters approve it. Starting in 2027, it's the most aggressive of the proposals, but there's a lot of debate on how the local governments would fund it. Well, I say we start with cutting the $1.97 billion in wasteful spending that the state CFO, Blaise Ngolea, has already found. So number 2, now this is what a lot of people are saying is the most popular, the one that has kind of the front runner, which is HJR 203. This is a 10-year phase-out plan. So this one has advanced to the second reading calendar and is one of the front-running proposals. It would increase the homestead exemption by $100,000 each year beginning in 2027, phasing out non-school taxes entirely by 2037. It's designed to give cities and counties time to adjust revenue and services. So that one's okay, and then there's a couple ones geared more towards seniors. One has a 25% homestead exemption. You got one that's linked to properties that have insurance, make sure properties, homeowners are insuring their properties. And then there's also the Save Our Homes portability expansion. So there's multiple bills, but sadly, if 3 or 4 of those bills make it to the ballot, nothing's going to pass because you have to have a 60% threshold in order for those to get passed. So, anyways, what's your thoughts, Shane? Any thoughts on that?
I've got an aging mom who her pension has not kept up with inflation well, and she's it's not as easy as it used to be for her. And like, if it helps people like her and doesn't affect schools, like, how can I not be for that?
Yeah, exactly. There's one in here for HJR 207 that's specifically for seniors. 205, HJR 205, seniors exemption. Another proposal would exempt Florida homeowners age 65 and older from paying non-school property taxes. It's aimed at easing tax burdens on retirees and fixed-income homeowners. And that's exactly what you're referring to, because these counties, these cities, they can change the millage rate, and even if your home doesn't appreciate, and of course in Florida they do most of the time, your amount owed, your percentage that's owed on those taxable dollars, aka the millage rate, is going to increase. It's going to increase the cost anyways. But yeah, I feel for the seniors, man. They've gotten short-changed here in a lot of different areas throughout the last probably 10 or 12 years, really, when you think about what the Fed did, keeping those interest rates false, at 0 to 2.25% for nearly a decade. Think about what that did to the seniors and all of their investments, right? All their investments were paying next to nothing. So, well, all right. Shane Socash, thank you so much for calling into the program. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin. Get down there and check them out. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. All right, Shane. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Take care.
All righty, you too. All right, quick break. Right back. More with the Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow us online at Brandon Rimes1 at CQB Show. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Rumble channel out there. Over 1 million viewers now. 1 million views. We're blowing up on social media. We greatly appreciate everybody out there supporting the program and following us online. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rimes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. Tired of long lines at the airport? Check out Tampa Bay's premier private jet source. I'm Brandon Rimes for Will Smith Aviation. Aircraft management, acquisition, and sales, luxury jet escapes, and packages. Check them out online. WillSmithAviation.com. That's WillSmithAviation.com. Or call the show. I'll put you right in touch directly with Captain Will Smith. AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com for all of your non-woke, American-made products. American values, Christian, conservative American values. Say hello to my business partner, Jim McCune at AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Say hello to Shane Socash, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, 4009 Central Avenue, St. Petersburg. Online at DavidReynoldsJewelryandCoin.com for all of your precious metals and jewelry design. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Hey, Brandon Rimes here for Jason Coble, owner of Coble Law. Coble Law has been handling injury cases in Tampa for the past 14 years and has a specialized approach focused on limiting client cost and maximizing client profit. TampaWorkCompLaw.com. TampaWorkCompLaw.com. Jason Coble, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, personal injury law, and work comp law. Hey, Brandon Rimes here for our friends at TargetSurveying.net. For all of your surveying needs, land surveying firm providing services for real estate since 1992, and they are statewide. Check them out online, TargetSurveying.net. That's TargetSurveying.net. Selling commercial, vacant land, or residential properties? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon Rimes. You can reach me at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. That's consumerqb, like quarterback.com. Buying, selling, investing, or refinancing? We would love to talk to you. Thank you so much and have a blessed day. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com. All right, Consumer Quarterback Show. We greatly appreciate everybody that supports our show, man. We've had an uptick in calls lately.
and we're getting some really awesome conversations out there. Had a couple people reach out about finance advice, mortgage. Someone was looking for 100% financing with Andrew QB with the 100% financing through the SBA. So we get a lot of these just different calls, people wanting to get introduced to different partners on the show, attorneys. We got our home remodeling, couple of home remodeling calls last week. Hooked them up with Mr. Avery over there, Jason Avery. Lots of cool things happening. Of course, people always want to talk about listing and their real estate, so that really means a lot to us. We greatly appreciate that. Let me tell you about this Tampa Bay Vine and Vibe event. This is coming into Tampa Bay Vine and Vibe pouring into town on February 13th. Join us at the stunning Tampa Renaissance Ballroom and Courtyard for an unforgettable evening of world-class wine, premium spirits, live music, local art, and exotic cars. Sip tastings from Casa Dragons, Sazerac, Dunamas premium spirits, and over 20 global wine producers. Then pair it all with exceptional cuisine from restaurants from Bay Street, including Whiskey Cake, Doc B's, Rocco's Tacos, California Pizza Kitchen, Brio, upgrade to VIP for early access as well. Check us out. Now, the way you can find these tickets is purchase tickets on Open Table by searching Renaissance Tampa special events page, Sip, Savor, and Vibe, and that's sent over from my friend John Markunis. He's the AGM over there at the Renaissance Tampa International Plaza Hotel. So that's going to be on the 13th. So that's Friday the 13th, VIP hour starting at 5 o'clock, and the event starts at 6. So we'll be there. We hope to see you there, and come on out and support the community. All right, let's look at one of our listings here. 7154 Shoreline Boulevard, Weeki Wachee, Florida. Another beautiful listing. This is a business that we have listed. Comes with the commercial property. You have 0.71 acres, so call it 3/4 of an acre of land. 3 waterfront parcels here at the Weeki Wachee Marina for sale. Over $3 million, but it's a great opportunity. Where else can you find all of this? You got 6 different income streams, Suzuki servicer, established motorboat repair business, upstairs living space that could be rented out, or maybe you have it perfect for a live-in manager there. It could be an Airbnb rental. And then you also have boat rentals, kayak, paddle boards, all different types of rentals there, fishing, boating supplies. Great opportunity to buy. The Weeki Wachee Marina is for sale, listed by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. You can see all of our listings online at platinummvpteam.kw.com. You can see our radio TV show experts online as well, and you can see them at consumerqb.com.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
All right, yeah, a lot of good things happening. You know, I'm glad to see also Pinellas County property appraiser Mike Twitty. He was thrilled to share that the Valorum. It's called the Disclosure of Estimated Ad Valorem Taxes, HB 827, passed unanimously in its first committee stop in each chamber this week. This transparency bill will save many homebuyers from sticker shock and financial turmoil by removing sellers' taxes from online listings and replacing them with an estimated new owner's bill. What would be that new bill under the new ownership instead of the previous owners that lived there for 15, 20 years. A lot of times those taxes are going to be way different, and it's going to cause problems. So, a lot of good things happening here in Tampa Bay. We're looking at this new pedestrian bridge coming up as well, about nearing completion, $15.3 million expansion of the Courtney Campbell Causeway pedestrian overpass. It's going to be open by the end of the year. A lot of good things happening here in Tampa Bay. We'd love to see you at our event on Thursday, February 19th, over at Crown and Bull. We're going to be kicking that off here soon as well. So come on out and join us. And thank you for supporting the show, the real estate business, all of our expert contributors. And support us online at consumerqb.com. And let us know what you think of the show. Give us feedback, comments. We'd love to hear it on our social medias as well. So please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Call Brandon Rimes at 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show.